Hi everyone, welcome back. As usual, I've got a huge bag of empties to show you. There are some fails in here as well. I'll show you what I've used up completely and stuff that I'm getting chucking away because it's just not worth keeping. And I'll usually give a brief description as to why, and I'll say whether I would repurchase the product or not. Just to add one more piece of information to this video's introduction, usually I do not include, and I haven't done for all of 2016, products in my empties videos that are being used up in my project pan. So if you do enjoy those sorts of videos as well, then go ahead and check out my project pan playlist for 2016 or project use up, which I'll leave in the description bar for you, description box. However, moving forward I am going to do that, so to amalgamate them for people that watch one and not the other, I'm no longer going to be saying in my project use up videos whether I'd repurchase it. I'm going to try and stop myself saying. I am going to include then the video in my the product in my empties video and say there whether I would repurchase it. So if you want to see all the stuff I've used up, this bag is really heavy, then just keep watching. So the first item on the top is a hair product, and it's by the company called Argan Oil. I've never really liked anything I've got from this company. It's a very cheap company, and I was considering putting this in my project use up for this year, but I tried it once and my hair was so horrible after putting this on that I just I just can't get on with it. It doesn't smell particularly nice. For some reason it leaked everywhere, even though the packaging doesn't really feel loose, and I've had to clean up my drawer, well, my hair products in where it's leaked on it. The only product from this range I've ever really liked was the hand cream. It was okay, I say liked, it was tolerable. And I know this was not very much money, so it's not that much of a waste money wise, but I've got this much left, so I've used this much to really give it a good go. I absolutely hate it, and so it goes without saying that I would not repurchase it. This is the Leighton Denny Miracle Mist Speed Drying Spray for nail polish. It's not the product's fault, maybe it's my interpretation, sorry I can't stop itching my nose, maybe it's my interpretation of this product. I've tried to make a use for this sort of thing, the second spray nail polish I've mentioned on my channel before, and the other one was a lot cheaper. This was no better, even though it was more expensive. I mainly used it when I did my daughter's nails because she's only 4 and she can't sit still for long, so when I paint her nails she usually smudges and ruins them, but it only makes it sort of touch dry in the sense that no hair or dirt's going to stick to it and stick into your polish, which is helpful, but personally I don't go near anything hairy or dirty just directly after painting my nails. And after 60 seconds there's no use for this then. It doesn't dry your nails as in you can get on with your day, absolutely not. It will still, your nails will still smudge even with a single coat. I didn't pay for this, it came in a subscription box. And I meant to mention it in last month's fails video, in the good, the bad and the ugly, as an ugly, but just forgot to mention it in that. But yeah, I'm not impressed with that at all. I love Leighton Denny. I've recently found out from my friend Sita that that's a man, not a woman. I don't know why I automatically assumed it's a woman. That's so funny, but maybe because I know someone called Lee and the first part of the name is spelt very similar to that. My daughter even has 2 Leightons at her school, and it never even occurred to me that that was a boy. Anyway, this is Laboratoire Filorga Paris is the company name, and it's their Time Filler Cream. Gosh, that's reflective. And it's absolute wrinkle correction cream. I loved this. Full size, it's like £29 from M&S. I got it my M&S Beauty Advent Calendar. I did try and go and buy it, but it was completely sold out, so I'm going to keep my eye on that. I did say in my Beauty Advent Calendar the effect it had on my skin and on my lips, so I'll link that video in the description bar if you haven't already seen it. But I really like that product, and although I didn't really purchase that as such, I mean I did pay for the Advent Calendar, it was in there. I haven't purchased that product individually yet, but I would purchase it absolutely. These 2 nail files are from Nails Inc. and Emery boards. I do like them, but I've got loads and loads and loads in backup. That's a long and embarrassing story as to how that happened. And so for these 2, I wouldn't repurchase them. I think moving forwards I'll probably just stick to glass nail files for purchasing nail files. My husband got through, this is an empty, LYNX Body Wash Dark Temptation. I actually like this fragrance. I I do. There you go, I've said it. I like a LYNX fragrance. Don't mind it as a shower gel. Yes, I really do like that. So yeah, he'll be repurchasing that again because I pick his shower gels mainly for him. No, but he'd tell me if he didn't like it, and yeah, he does like it. I've got some nail polishes that I've decluttered. I'll probably actually give them to my daughter Scarlett rather than throwing them in the bin so she can play with them. But they're by Technic. Now, I raved about this brand on my channel a year or two ago, but since I've tried OPI and some much better polishes, I do sort of regret how much I raved about them. But for the price, I stand by what I said. I mean, they're only sort of 99p each. But some are better than others. This Party Brights range and this Pretty Pastels range are both terrible. So I'm throwing these two shades away. Oh gosh, I think it must be the dust coming out of this bag. And this shade's called Bubblegum and this is Sunset Strip. So they're going to go in the bin or the toddler pile. I do like I don't know if it's the original formula, but whatever formula that has no sort of line in it, so it doesn't say pastels or anything, that formula's not bad. But those formulas are both bad. I've got this colortrend Colour Me Pretty Avon polish I've been holding on to for years. I think my mum might have given that to me, so it's sort of, I don't know, meant something. But Iced Champink is the shade, and it's just so sheer, perfect for little girls painting their nails. Do excuse my phone. So that one definitely will be going to Scarlett, but I'm just not going to be realistically getting any use out of it. This is another fail, which is a Makeup Academy, which I've just recently realised is Superdrug's own brand, but I didn't know that. So MUA Pro Base matte satin pressed powder. I have used quite a lot of it, as you can see. I've got significant pannage going on there, and I really again did consider putting this in a project use up and getting it done, but I just can't get on with it. This was a recommendation from my friend Autumn Dent's channel, but not this shade, so I took her recommendation and bought the wrong product. So she has it in warm ivory and this one's ivory. I have it in warm ivory like the one she recommended now, and that is good, much better. This one is the lighter one of the two, so of course I always get the lightest one in the shop, and it literally, I mean, for a start you can see the shimmer in the powder, which I've said before, but it doesn't necessarily put me off because I like a radiant sort of dewy look anyway. But this just doesn't set your makeup. I mean, I don't have oily skin, I have normal to dry skin, but I do suffer with, it's an ailment. I do have my foundation or cream product settle into fine lines, and this makes that 10 times worse. Like, I could literally not set my foundation at all and it would perform better, especially around here, than that powder does. Anytime I put it anywhere near my face, it's like guarantees crease city, where I think of a powder as purpose is to achieve the opposite of that, so that's just got to go. I completely used up this Kukui oil, anti-frizz hydrating oil. I think I've tried almost every single one of these OGX oils, and this one I would repurchase if it was only for the product, but the product is so watery you can't decant it into your hand and spread it around your hair. You have to spray it, hence the spray bottle. But the shape of the bottle means that for someone like myself with small hands, as soon as you press down it just slips right out of your hand, because unfortunately oily products are slippy. So for that reason I've had to pour it into my hand. It's very watery, it just goes everywhere. I love the product, but the packaging, it's just completely unworkable for me. I got through this perfume, which is Shea and Blue London Boutique Perfumery in, I want to say Atopa Belladonna, but I'll show you. That's absolutely tiny, teeny tiny writing, fancy calligraphy, making it hard to read. I really enjoyed this shade. Whether I'd purchase it or not, because this was in my M&S calendar as well, depends on the price. I'd have to decide if I think it's worth that price, but I do really like it, so I'm going to check that out. But I have loads of perfumes to use up, so it won't be for a while. I got through another Soap and Glory Sugar Crush Body Butter Cream. I do really like that product. It just smells amazing, and it's so hydrating and moisturising. My skin feels so smooth and soft. I don't know if it's the pregnancy, but I found myself needing body butters a lot less and gravitating more towards lotions. Usually I can actually see the dust flying around that's going on my nose. I clearly need to hoover this room. I find that usually this time of year I use body butters over lotions, but I'm actually leaning more towards lotions at the minute, and my skin just doesn't feel dry at all, and it's probably, you know, to do with the pregnancy. I got through a Hypnose Doll Eyes Waterproof by Lancome. I didn't like this mascara at all. My husband bought this for me, trying to get me... You ever heard what I said? And he was trying to cleverly get me what he thought would be a mascara I'd really like. He paid full price for this, about £22, and the one I really like is the original Hypnose mascara. I think it's called Hypnose Drama, but it has the one that's the same length all the way through, not the cone shaped one, and not dull eyes and not waterproof, and I just didn't like it. I mean, I did use it up. I have used it up, it's not a fail, but I just didn't like it. I also got through... Oh no, there's a little bit left. Right, ignore that. I'm going to use that in my next bath, and that can be the next one's Empties. I got through this, the Ritual of Sakura, Magic Touch Body Cream in Organic Rice Milk and Cherry Blossom. This was, again, another M&S beauty calendar, and I mentioned it in there because I had used that up at the time that I filmed that video, so my thoughts are in that one. But basically, in a nutshell, I wouldn't repurchase it. I got through another 100% pure cotton wool pads by Superdrug. These come in a big tube like that one in the corner there, but I tie a knot in mine when I'm getting near the top to make it easier to get the pads out. I got through another Garnier Ultimate Blends Mythic Olive and the Weightless Restore Nourisher Balm. Pretty sure I've got through one of these before. I've definitely got through the coconut ones before, and this is for dried out hair. I love this. I can't wait to put it on my hair again. Since finishing this, I decided to use a few other products up before opening my other one of this that I've already repurchased, and I can already feel my hair struggling. And it's due its Olaplex treatment and a trim and a dye and everything, but still, that is a great product, and I would absolutely repurchase it again and again. I got through a couple of Ikea candles. Unfortunately, they don't sort of print anything on the outside. The top has the design on, and when you take it off to use it, it's gone. But these are basically the ones that are vanilla. That's that in a nutshell. They're vanilla. I really like those for putting downstairs in my guest bathroom, or guest waste, as we say in the UK, which is like a toilet. And I like to light them when I know the guests are coming over, and then when they use the toilet, it smells lovely. So yeah, I loved that. I got through a sugar scrub with cinnamon, coconut oil and ginger that my mother-in-law made me. She has a company called My Fancy Soaps. I've linked her details in the description bar before. I'm not going to be doing that moving forwards, because although she really loves it as a hobby, and she does sort of craft shows, she sells them in stalls and stuff, I'm not sure if she's welcoming orders. I don't really understand what's going on there, although I've sort of asked before. So I had I've emailed her myself asking to put an order in, and heard nothing back, and I think she'd said how she'd put that email address on her business card but hadn't created the email account before, which is really confusing to me. So I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna wait until she's 100% decided if she's actually what she's doing with that business and the direction she wants to go before I promote it any further on my channel. I also got through this Yankee Candy Cane Lane, which was lovely to use over Christmas. It's sort of sweet and minty, especially exactly as you would imagine a candy cane to smell. I couldn't get the last bit out, unfortunately, because the wick sort of broke, so that's a shame. And I did really enjoy it, but I don't think I would repurchase it unless I saw it in sale. I got through another St. Ives Fresh Skin Apricot Scrub in the invigorating kind. Yes, that's my holy grail face scrub, and I absolutely would repurchase that. And I got through another ASDA Little Angels Sensitive Cotton Soft Baby Wipes, which I used to take my makeup off. This was a Magic Wand Bubble Bar Wand from Lush, and it was a pink star that came on this little stick with a bell on, and I bought it for my daughter Scarlett over Christmas. She broke off a corner every time she had a bath, and it was pink and glittery and smells lovely of candy. She really enjoyed it, and I did enjoy it too. My husband got through a Listerine Stay White. Now this is my mouthwash of choice. How on earth my mouthwash ended up in his cupboard, I don't know, but I'm going to be honest, as I always am, and I didn't use this up, he did, and stole it from me. But now he has his normal one that he usually uses, so he doesn't really usually like that one. It's a bit too strong for him, but I really love it, and yes, I would repurchase that again and again. This is another nail polish that's getting decluttered. It's got the lots of it, the front is rubbed off and it's a really gross colour already. I could check it up, but this formula was terrible. The colour is not very nice. I usually like these nudie colours, but this one's not very nice. And I think it was called Colour, I mean, it's rubbed off, it's Colour something, Colour Pop or something like that. Nail lacquer. I think it was in a glossy box. It's no good, so it's going away. And that's another Technic polish in the Nudes range, and that's in Moon. I did put that on my nails. It did last not too bad actually, so the Nudes range might not be as bad for lasting as the Pretty Pastels range, but the colour was just too sheer, and I've got so many colours all similar to that aren't sheer, so I just don't need to keep it. This breaks my heart to let this go. I've used quite a lot of this already, and it's the Hansen GEM Crush nail colour in, I think it's something money, Big Money 03. This is probably the one of the most expensive nail polishes I've ever bought. I paid close to £10 for it, and I love the shade of this colour, this polish so much, but it just won't stay on like at all. It's possibly the worst nail polish for chipping I've ever used. I've tried it without a top coat and with a top coat, just in case it's that causing it. It dries to a very hard sort of crust, as you can imagine with a name like Gem Crush, and as soon as it comes into contact with any small impact, which of course your fingers do all the time for picking things up, it just chips off, and it massive chips. It doesn't just rub away at the end a little bit or a little chips, it will sort of crack and sort of come off. I mean, you could quite easily sit there and pick that off without acetone, but if you are using acetone, it's really hard to remove as well, because it behaves very much like a glitter polish to remove, but in a lot of ways worse. This is the Yankee Candle Christmas. Oh, I think I actually have a review on that Gem Crush nail polish. If I do and I can find it, I'll link that in the description bar for you as well. This is the Yankee Candle Christmas Eve candle. When I bought all these Yankee candles a year or two ago, I did a big Yankee candle haul, and I'll link that in the description bar as well. But yeah, it's the first one and only haul I've ever done, and I feel a bit let down. I spent over £100, and I just felt that Yankee candles have had this hype where they're the best of the best on, and they're really not. They're really not better than the cheaper candles. And yeah, Christmas Eve was nice. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't repurchase it unless I saw it, like I say, massively reduced. If you find a particular scent with Yankee Candle that you absolutely fall in love with, like my friend Gail from Every Little Thing channel, and she really loves the black cherry one, so she wouldn't want a different type of candle because that's a particular scent she likes, then fair enough. But for just sort of trying different candles, you know, Yankee aren't not all that, and I think they're very overpriced for what they are. I got through this Rhubarb and Vanilla Fragrance Explosion hand wash from Wilko's. This is my husband's favourite, so yes, I would repurchase that. I really love it too. I got through a L'Oreal Volume Million Lashes So Couture So Black. This is one of my absolute favourite mascaras. I really like it, but then again, I'm using the Miss Manga L'Oreal at the moment, and I'm really loving that too. I suppose I'm a bit of a mascara tart. I'll just go with whatever, as long as it's not terrible. And yeah, I do like it. Yeah, when you think of the difference between that one in price to, say, for example, Lancome Hypnose, which is probably my favourite mascara of all time, I'm not sure if that one's worth double the price of that one. It's not double as good, I don't think. Maybe not. And lastly, I'm chucking these e.l.f. individual lashes. Again, it's not necessarily that these are bad, I just realised that I don't get on well with individual lashes. My lashes are so curly, it's really hard to get the right angle and to get them in the right place, because if they turn slightly, it's just like two swoopy shapes fit together nicely like that, but if they go like that, it just looks weird. So yeah, I can't get individual lashes to work. I find them a ball ache. I mean, they might be easier to wear than strip lashes, but they're certainly not less time consuming to apply. Last product is the Body Shop Oils of Life Intensely Revitalising Facial Oil. I really enjoyed this. I would consider repurchasing this. It's very expensive, so, and I'd say it's probably worth the price, but seriously, for that price, I don't know if I would buy it full price, even though it is worth it. I don't know, maybe I'm cheap. I really like the smell, I really like the performance. Yeah, I did like the product. I'm going to keep this pipette because I thought it'd be great for putting isopropyl alcohol in my eyeshadows when I'm repressing them and blushes. So I'm going to keep that little pipette. And I enjoyed the sample, so yeah, that was a nice product. So that's everything. Finally got there, actually out of breath, in my empties video. And I will also link, if you don't mind, my Project Pan use up intro video for 2017 so you can see what products I'm planning on getting through. But I've only done the makeup side of things so far. I'm going to be adding in a bunch of body and hair care products and skincare products in the first update. And give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. Thank you so much to everybody subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.